So we were talking before about Demo FM channel, yeah, and how it closed. Would you like to give us a story on that, Morph? Well, yeah, I mean, we went to the meetings. Your gran Margaret Ball, who held the building or owned that part at the time where we were going, and it was round the back in the garage. Your Uncle Paul owned the actual television channel or something. When we originally had it, we were with Sony, and then we were going to have going with Sky, but Sky, it's a lot of money to go with Sky, you know, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe how much it is with Sky, but it's strange, isn't it? But yeah, obviously with all that, you know. But I wasn't doing radio at that point because I didn't get on with DJ Dream, and any of the, you know, I had an argument with DJ Dream. But you know, obviously the end days we'd filmed, and then that was it. Because you went to Q Road, didn't you? Yeah, well, we'd moved to Q Road. They'd moved a studio. They'd done all the community stuff because we did. That was what we did in the early days. We did all that. We had like a community show, and we had the news, and we did other things as well. The channel broadcasted other things. It was very independent. It was an independent channel, but it was suffering financially. If those want to know about the Demo FM channel, there is a story somewhere, and there's obviously Frank Maud's is a guy who wrote a blog on it towards the end, because it was well, there was a multi-million-pound project towards the end of it. It then got auctioned off, and Bro Design Studios bought the whole lot. They don't know what they did, but they bought that channel to finance the company and did it well. They own that studio, didn't they? Well, they did own that studio in the beginning, the one that we moved to, actually. We were renting it off Bro Design Studios. But we only did a couple of shows there, and in fact, we did the news, and then we did our own community show thing. And we were shown around it and everything. And then one day we just got a call. You know, don't come in, and it's a strange thing. But through that, I mean, through television, I've got lots and lots of work. You know, do you ever see DJ Dream these days, or occasionally? But he's, you know, I heard you and DJ Wood talk about him the other day, and DJ Ryder, you know, funny enough, but yeah. So, I mean, I've got like a few things going on. I've got the Rider in a box with Rider on a stage thing. And I've also got this Whizzer's Wheel thing. Is that your own show, or? Yeah, well, it's me, and it's Tony, and it's the same team, but it's only half of the same team because there's a few people who didn't want to do it. So, what was your last days of working with Dream like? Can you talk about those, or? Well, yeah, it was very weird, of course, because they were leaving Falcon Road. So we had, we had Studio 1, and they had a studio at the other end. They had one that was like an office type of thing. But everything was upstairs at Falkland. And it was strange, because we went in, and DJ Dream at that time had left. So he'd gone because the television channel had gone, and he'd basically beg it off at that time. But he'd only come in if something was wrong. But all the phone calls that he did, they came through good old Q Road. So the station closed before the television channel, believe it or not. Even though the television channel, when it was gone, there was a few things. Q Road went sort of a year later. you know, and it was all auctioned off. But we didn't want the station or the television channel because of the money aspects of it. Didn't you work at XRB Radio for a little while? Well, we did stuff for XRB, but we just couldn't stand the people. You know, it's one of them things. And I was on the phones there for a while. I was like behind the scenes. They had me on the phone. They were like, "Right, we want you to do a news broadcast." Well, you know, and the news broadcast went wrong. You know, and I'm just gone are the days where people are throwing things at you, which would often happen. You know, there was a funny meeting that we had with Dream, me and it was Brian Hitchie and John Ashwood. You all know John Ashwood, and we'd had enough with Dream this one day, and we just threw our cassette tapes at him and microphones, and that was a weird moment. So we asked DJ Wood this question yesterday. What's a memory that you can remember? Oh, I heard you ask this question to Wood, and he said that you were a pain in the neck. Well, you were both pains in the neck, if I remember rightly, because you phoned me up on Christmas Day. It was. I don't ever remember. Because I thought you were there. No, I wasn't. I thought you were sleeping here. No. I was at. I was with. I was with Brian. I was spending Christmas with Brian Hitchie, and I had to come all the way to work. That was it. And Brian Hitchie was real cross because we had to drive here in his car, which broke down, and so we had to sort of leg it here from sort of. Luckily, we weren't lot far, so I thought, "Oh, bugger it, we'll stay here," and we slept on the stairs outside the studio. But you and Wood were on my mobile, which kept losing signal, and the transmitter kept cutting out. But it's because you kept restarting it. I didn't, because I didn't know how to work a bloody transmitter back in those days. It probably would. And then there was another time you rang me because you'd lost the lead or something. And, oh yeah, because I was like, "Oh, Wood, get onto that." Yeah, so you're always getting on to us for that. And then there was another time there was an issue about Hitman after he left. And did you ever find out what happened to? Because we'd love to know what happened. No, he just went. He got a job better. I mean, the thing with Hitman, I had a bigger problem with him than you and Wood probably had. What was that problem? Well, he had a problem getting things to me on time. All right. Because we had an agreement, because I was his manager in the background, and that's why he left. Oh yeah, I did. I forgot that. I forgot the whole thing. Yeah. Well, I was his manager in the background because he needed. The thing with Hitman, you've got to remember, was he was never there, and it was always through other people. So if problems happen, if his problems occurred, he was always blaming. And when I heard about your issue, at the time, which was not major, it was an issue, but it wasn't. At the time, I knew you hadn't, and you'd sent me 4 tapes of that week. I listened to them, but I didn't even give them a listen because I had my own. Because I'd always bootleg people's shows, and I'm not saying. So I had a cassette tape of the whole thing, and what followed it up was not my own series of cassette tapes, but fans writing in, complaining to Hitman about you. But the problem was they never went to him, they went to me because I was his manager in the background. Yeah, I forgot all of that. So that's why... but I didn't want to speak to you because I was embarrassed. So, obviously, Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. We did a show together on Demo FM a few times. We did. We got Demo FM through you. They were great times. Yeah. Us doing cassette tapes, which were really bad, in really bad quality, with a really bad cassette recorder. You slept with that cassette recorder in your bed. Right, we're going to play some music. I'll play this. This is especially for Gary Morph. Bit of my jaw. Yeah, it's good, this track.
Freezing breath on a window pane, lying and waiting. A man in the dark in a picture frame, so mystic and soulful. Reaching out in a piercing cry, it stays with you until the feeling is gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me. This means nothing to me.
This is Jacob Lizard here on Temper Radio.